Right. Yeah, so today is 1st July 2022, and we're into Plus API providers meeting for IBMCloud. Yeah, so as usual, the agenda is we'll just discuss what release we did in the last couple of weeks. And also we'll talk about what we delivered in last 2 weeks, and then the plan for the next release, right? And then open issues. Okay. Yeah, so we did release 0.2.3 2 days back. So this is mainly I released patch release because I just wanted to make sure we just get a release with these two fixes. Yeah, Povius utils is another like the package what we are using for finding the region zone mapping. So this is something we need to kind of should we really do this going forward is the biggest question at the moment. We just need to explore that because in the recent previous SDK, what we found is that they don't need the region mapping anymore. So if you just apply the zone, so I think they have this logic what we have written here in the Power tool. So they are doing it in the client SDK itself, in the Power SDK itself. So they have deprecated one of those options, if I'm not wrong. Our group client will, I think you look at here some API sessions. All right, other options. Yeah, so I see here PI options, the region. Yes, you can see here the region was is deprecated. Yeah, they may just remove this. So we don't need to, mandatorily pass the reason anymore. So yeah, they're figuring out from the zone itself. So that yeah, this is something we need to for the long run. So we may just need to maybe stop using this utility going forward. It's not really required. That's what I feel. I think we already have some tasks for that. Yeah. I think I can just update that issue what where they have removed the certificate. Right. So now we will then is optional. Just drop this comment so that we just know what's really going on there. All right. Yeah, the another update is like we updated VPC SDK to 0.20. So because seems like 1. Version they have kind of a deprecated sort of thing. So we just end up using 0.20. So that's what the version they're maintaining now. So if you're using the 1. Version, so basically you'll be like using the VPC older version of APIs. So wherever if you're using like 1. Version, so just make sure you just replace with 0.20 x or 0.x version. So instead of 1.x. And so they have note here also. Yes, they're here retracted over. Yeah, so I mean it won't break the changes as such, but ultimately you'll be just using the VPC with older APIs. Yeah, maybe going forward, it is always good to use the latest APIs for the stability and other purpose. So just make sure you just use the latest one wherever you're using your repositories. Yeah, so that change we made, and then released 0.2.3 version. And I have also created another version for 0.3 alpha release. Yeah, this is mainly to use the newest, what like the latest CAPI update 1.2 beta version, and 2.0 beta 1.0. I mean, of course, there's another beta 1 release post this. I just wanted to cut a release because we did a lot of changes here, like 1.18 Golang change and then 1.2 also. So yeah, so that's the reason we just made this release. Yeah. Any questions or anything you want to add? No. Oh, this is the easy. This is what I do sometimes. Fix the formatting. Right. So yeah, so those about the releases. Then we'll talk about quickly what we delivered last couple of weeks. Yeah, so we did deliver quite amount of PRs. Yeah, mainly okay, so 17th, right? So look at post 17th, most of the PRs what we pushed are like more of related to a test and unit test enhancements and then whatnot. And maybe we'll quickly go through some of those enhancements what we have done, and then also we have some of the PRs, pending PRs which we need review. Right? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this change I have delivered for publishing the image for 1.24. So that I have done, and then I pushed the image also into the bucket, and then updated the document here, right? Going forward, we'll have to see some way to maybe automate this process. So yeah, so that's something we need to work on. So I don't want to do this manual anymore. So but yeah, we'll have some way of pushing these images automatically, and then maybe one job for testing the entire flow, and then see how it goes. So that's something we need to do it for long run. And then yeah, we added some code. We added some code for test coverage. Want to talk about that, Pradeep?
Yeah, sure, Manju. So basically, as part of this PR, we are adding a makefile target for testing the coverage, right? So it will basically generate the required files, which will be then used by the our pro CI job to report the coverage of the code files. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we can also maybe show that, that we know what's really going on there. I think there are a couple of more PRs got merged part of this. Right. So here's the test grid for Kubernetes, and then with that change, and also we are added some proud job for getting this overall coverage. Yeah, so ultimately the goal is like in periodic job, you'll see these numbers, right? So what do you see here? So this is kind of effort of that PR, and then there is another PR submitted in Prow. So because of these two PRs, we now see these numbers for each individual packages. For example, you'll see this overall coverage, and also you'll see the individual coverage for the package in the file, right? And eventually, yeah, I mean, once we merge PR, so you'll see better storage here. So And that's what the idea is. All right, any questions? So yeah, but ultimately, I just wanted to see like, for example, you have some of those code curves sort of a tool, right? So where it just publishes the result here only in some of the comments saying that this present PR, how much coverage it is making and all, but unfortunately that option is not there in any of the PR jobs in Kubernetes. And also I see that code curve, like the tool is not really allowed to install in Kubernetes secret repository. It's another concern. Yeah, we have to just leave with whatever we have at the moment in the community. But maybe going forward, we'll have to maybe explore. Yeah, this is something I see as a gap in Kubernetes community itself. So maybe someone wants to pick up and then work on this idea would be good. All right. A bunch of updates for the packages, and then we also did update to CAPI 1.2.0 beta 0. And we also updated to beta 1, I think later somewhere. Yeah, somewhere here. So we did it to beta 1. Okay. And then with that, we also updated the Docker version. And this is part of the one umbrella task we had for updating the entire repository to 1.24, right? So this is what the task about updating the whole repository to 1.24. So part of that we updated CAPI to 1.2, so which contains the changes for 1.24. Yeah, so and then we updated Golang to 1.18, and also we did update test infrastructure, so which is like test infra where we used to use 1.23 before, and then now we are using 1.24 images for the test infrastructure. Right, so this is the parent task, the task for that entire work. And then, yeah, so as we discussed, we updated the VPC SDK to a proper one, and then Amulya did submit a PR for generating the JUnit results for our tests. So, Amulya, want to talk about that quickly?
Yeah, sure. So actually, what we realized was initially the test coverage job, right? So that we mistook that would be actually covering the JUnit reporting for the test, and then that was only covering the percentage format of what what coverage is being done, and that's why we had to make this change as well. So yeah, in this job, to just have this. And just by using the Go test some tool, there's this tool to just convert the Go test output to a format we can use to reporting, like any format. So this we are converting it to JUnit, this XML format, which will be reporting the tests individually, giving us better readability.
Okay. Yeah. So, and also I see some, maybe I'm not sure how, is there a way to maybe improve Go test? Is there a sort of configuration we can make anything in the Go test by any chance? Because, for example, in this report, right, it's what I see here is this is all redundant. It's kind of repeated information, so I'm not sure if there is a way of customizing it, or I mean, maybe I'm not sure. So how to if there is a scope for making any of those changes.
Okay, I don't have an answer for it yet, but I can take a look at that if the tool has something within it.
Yeah, we'll have to explore if
Yeah.
it gives any sort of other options. That, I mean, definitely, I think there'll be some sort of options or whatever.
Right.
So I think at the moment it is literally kind of bland. So I mean, yeah, it doesn't give a lot of Yeah, we'll have to explore maybe. I think there are some sort of format, and then I don't know. We have to check whatever makes sense, and then whatever may be useful for us. Maybe we'll have to see if we can just sort of use that, and then maybe enhance this result further. And also, I've seen that it is like in terms of seconds, but I think yeah, this is fine. I think this is, I mean, JUnit is published in milliseconds or whatever, microseconds. I think maybe this is because of the raw configuration. Not sure, but it's fine. Yeah, it does report wherever it is more than a second. That's fine. It's okay as of now. But this part is little. I felt it is not really needed. But yeah,
Right.
we'll have to see.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And that's one thing. And yeah, we just fix some. Yes, Prajat, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, Manju. So basically, as part of this PR, we are so once that JUnit file gets created, right? We realize that initially the logic which was in place to have that JUnit generated in a particular directory, right, and move those JUnit files to the artifacts folder. But now with the new logic that Amulya has added for the code test creation, right, of the JUnit file, it automatically gets created in the artifact directory itself. So we don't have to worry about moving all those JUnit files to the artifact directories from our side, right? So that code related to moving those files has been removed to the artifact directory in the latest PR. And also we have updated the cube builder tools which are being used to the 1.2 for to 4.1 version. So basically when we run the make test command on or the local machine, right, so it basically downloads those etcd cube api server and all those binaries, and 1.16.4 is something that I observed was not working anymore, and 1.24.1 is the latest available and it is working fine on the local systems.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one question I have there is, I see the version is also here and then also here in the make file. So they were like different before. Just
Uh,
wondering if there is a way of getting rid one of these, like maybe refactor or whatever, and then maybe just follow one version from somewhere, or we just not sure how to deal with that.
Yes, Manju, yeah, I can explore on that, but yeah, that makes sense to have it at one common place rather than updating two different files. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe we can duplicate one of these, like whatever is not required. So we will have to check. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. These are some of the fixes went in, and there are a bunch of PRs, at least 2 PRs at the moment for the UT coverage. As we know that these are like extra large and extra large. I know it is going to be a little difficult. I'm just going through it. Definitely, maybe by today I should be able to review them. Okay. Okay, I'll do that. So I'll just read these 2 PRs and then see how it goes. Okay. Coming back to issues. Let's see if there is anything. No, it's no response. Thing. Good. Everything is like 0 to. Okay. Yeah, there is this one bug created by someone who's using it. I'm not sure. I just tagged him again, asking for the clarification, but he didn't come back. Right? Not sure. But Prajat, you show that it is not appending this colon like the dash here, right?
Yeah, Manju, I think is the issue from his end, like the typo when he actually reported that issue.
Uh-huh.
So I don't see any issue with our code at least. So I think we
Okay.
can close this one if he's not responding back. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and the populate IP address for VM for DHCP, this is assigned to Karthik. So Karthik, any update on that?
Yeah, Manju, so it's all already completed. Only thing I need to test with another cluster where I need some permission. And apart from that, the UT I have written, I need to align with the new changes what Amulya and Prajot are making. So I
Okay,
think,
okay.
yeah, so I have used Ginkgo, but I need to change it to UT. So I came to that
Sure.
yesterday. So
Oh,
I
no
will test it.
problem.
Yeah, I will submit it after testing it.
Oh, sure. That's fine. You mentioned some permission issues. So do you anything need from like any help need from me or?
Yeah, Manju, actually I will post that in the channel later.
Okay, sure. We'll do that. All right. Yeah, the plan is like we'll merge in the master and then also probably we might end up merging it in the 0.2 release also. Because in Hypershift project we are using 0.2 version. So I think we'll just cherry pick to that release also.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. And enhance the unit test coverage. I know a lot of work is happening there. I see a bunch of to-do items here, the to-do items like posted here. This looks really good. I think once we can merge these two initial PRs, we'll get to know like the amount of coverage it is covering. But any idea, like anyone of you tried looking at the coverage improvements, tests you're making changes? Have you maybe tried running something in the Goland or the coverage? Any chance?
Uh,
No?
Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. So I was working on the cloud scope package, right? So there I expect the coverage to be for that particular package to move directly or like 60%, above 60%. I can't give the accurate number because I have separate comments and it's not together. So I'm waiting for this one to be reviewed and merged. Then I can push that on top of that and actually give you the number. But above 60 is what I expect there. There are certain pieces of code that that needs to be like well thought of, right? How we can replicate those, like what mocking is required or not, some of those complex parts, so which we have kept for now. But whatever is straightforward, we are covering as part of the initial PRs. Yeah. And I think Amulya can go for the controllers part.
Yeah. So for the controllers, right now I've only added test cases for completely covered the machine, Pavio's machine and image controllers, and only a part of the cluster controller. So I'm hitting like 46% of coverage without right now, and I haven't yet touched the VPCs. Just started working on it. So it should easily cross 80 once I cover the other three files.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
cluster, Power cluster, I just put it on hold. The Power cluster controller UTs, I just put it on hold because we were facing an issue in the descendants part somewhere. So I will have to figure that out. So instead of blocking me, I just moved on to the other controllers.
No problem. We'll do that in tomorrow.
Yeah.
No problem. So we'll just tackle whatever we can, the easy ones.
Yeah. Right.
Tough ones will target for some time. Right? This is for health check. Project, you did update like certain things. So do you mind maybe updating this task with more information?
Yes, Manju, I'll add my comments. Yeah.
Okay. And go to this for UT. What else is pending in this?
I don't think much, like we have I think we have covered this one, yeah, as part of the pro PRs and everything.
Yes, so we can just close it. So do you mind closing with the comment?
Yes, I'll
Like
close
pointing
with
to
the
the
comments
PRs
and
you.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, let's mention the PRs and then close it. All right. Yeah, this one is pending for quite some time. But Amulya, any further progress we made on this?
No, I created the issue yesterday and I tagged ID saying I'm not sure if it's out, but most of the sector setting folks are out, is what I see from the
Yeah.
channel. So I think we'll have to wait for a few days to just see some
sure.
traffic on that issue.
Okay, so meanwhile, do you mind maybe just adding all the PRs we created here, just for the tracking purpose?
Okay, right. Yeah, I'll also add the issue, right? Yeah.
Yeah, let's add the issue and then everything here. So let's keep updating more here so that we know what's going on.
Right, right. Okay, sure.
All right, and doc for image building. I think I should be able to add this because most of my work is done in the image builder community, and then yeah, we're building the image from that repository. It's just a matter of maybe adding some document and then process tasks. So, not a big deal. It's good. It's all good. Yeah, so that's pretty much for the work items what we planned for 03 as of now. And then maybe we'll see if something we can pull from next. And I think maybe not really needed right now. Yeah, let's focus on the current work item what we have because we already have a heavy work items, right? I mean, unit test is one of the work item at the moment. So let's maybe focus on that, and then so once we kind of see for 03, maybe we'll just stick to, or with the initial release, we'll just stick to the UT and then the coverage and then the bug fixing and then whatnot. So once we kind of finish this, we'll go through the next milestone items and then we'll see whatever is needed. So this load balancer integration, the one which I am kind of interested in, maybe not doing it because this one is needed for long run. So we'll do that. And, okay, so what else? I think there are a few more other ideas in my mind. So we'll think about the CLI is another thing we can start exploring. We can have some sort of CLI written for managing the IAM and then images and there are many more things. I think we can just discuss on that, right? And then instrumentation is another one area which we need to start working on as well. Yeah, I think so. This once we kind of deliver whatever present stuff we have in Jira, we will pick up the remaining items. Okay. Anything else folks want to discuss about the 9 items or the features you want to push? Any comments?
Nothing from me, Manju, but I just had one comment regarding the meeting invite. So I see the meeting on every Friday, so I'm kind of confused on which alternate Friday it is. So is like maybe you could just change the invite or
Okay. Do you see every Friday?
yeah, on my calendar at least I see every Friday. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's the same for others.
Yeah, even I see the same.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's surprising. I'm not sure of that. So I see here. Okay. As it shows here, like first API on Friday. And then
I think you have to
it
accept
shows
again or something
properly,
like that.
right? I'm not
No,
sure.
but
Maybe sorry, go ahead, Karthik.
I think we have accepted the old meeting invited. That's why it's showing every
Yeah.
Friday.
Or maybe
Yeah.
maybe possible. So do you mind declining it that one and then
Yeah.
maybe just click on here on this community calendar and then accept that one? I'll
Okay,
just send
Yeah.
that calendar invite. Alright, yeah, if you go to that calendar, right? So this is the calendar for the entire Kubernetes thing. If you want to see all these meetings, whatever for different SIGs and all, right? So this is the place. You just go through here and then you will have all these meetings. You can just click here on any of the meetings and then just that's it. Just add it wherever you want. Right. So just adds, yeah, join or whatever. So just that's how it is. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So you can just access this calendar and then see. Because as of now, it shows properly because July 1st is what I see. And then, yeah, I mean, it doesn't show for next week. And then, yeah, so post that, yeah, 15th, it's again showing here, right? Yep, yeah, it is showing actually properly here. Anyway, so. All right, so yeah, let me know if that solves your problem, Mole. If not, we'll again revisit.
yeah, sure. I'll fix it. I think it's on my end. I'll fix it.
All right, so anything else? And another thing is like, yeah, so if you just see if this pattern works, I mean, makes sense, or if you think like this pattern needs to be changed, let me know. We can work on that as well, so we can see if anything is finessed or can be fixed or whatever. So we can just work on that. All right. So if nothing else, have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.